let's say you and I own a tiling company. Um, our company would only lay tiles in this format here. So we would have, let's say two, if we lay two purple tiles, then we would have two layers up here and two layers below, and then close off to make it look nice. So if P, let's say P equals the number of purple tiles, if P equals 3, then then we have two layers at the top, two layers at the bottom, and then close it off to look, just to make it look nice. Um, so, if you go out and speak to the customers, and the customer says, oh, their kitchen is only big enough for four purple tiles, then we would need, how many tiles will we need? Well, let's say W is the number of white tiles. So the number of white tiles we would need, our company would need, would be, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 26. Okay, so if P equals 4, then W must be 26. Okay, if their kitchen is quite small, they can only have three. It's only big enough for three purple tiles. Then P purple would be 3, and how many white tiles would our company need? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 10, 15, 20 here, 22. So the number of white tiles would be 22. Okay, if their kitchen is only big enough for 2 purple tiles, then how many would we need? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18. So W here would be 18. Okay, so if they've got a mansion, let's say P in this case, it could be anything, don't forget. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. If P equals 15, how many tiles would we need? Well, it's easier. It's best if we can come up with a formula. Let's say I always want to know the number of white tiles we would need for given P, for given number of purple tiles. So we want a formula where W equals blah 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 involving P somewhere in there. But remember, when P equals 2, somehow we have to get to P to 18. So how do we do that here? You could say, oh, P, well, let's say P, we can add, let's say W equals P, the number of purple tiles, in this case is 2, and then just add 16. You see, so you could say that this is a formula. This would only work for this case here. But when it comes to this case here, it's not just a matter of getting P and adding 16, because here it would be, well, if you put 3 into here, then it would be W would equals, let's say 3 plus 16 here. W here would be 19. But clearly you can see we need 22 tiles. So P plus 16 is not a good formula for this thing. It should work for all number of purple tiles. So press pause and think about this. So if in this case here, P equals 2, you should get to 18. If P equals 3, then you should get to 22. P equals 4, you should get to 26. So think of a way of doing this. So from jumping from P to W. So we want a formula where W equals blah 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 involving P somehow. So press pause and think about this. Okay, so how would we go about doing this? Well, let's look at this picture here. To do this, let's say this block here is the number of purple tiles here. It could be anything, okay, P. Well, in order to construct this pattern here, what we do is, well, this is our starting block. Let's make a copy, an exact copy of this, twice. So make an exact copy of this here, okay, twice. You see, if this is P here, then this has to be P, P. So really, we have 2P up here, at the top here. And then make an exact copy for 2 layers at the bottom. You see that here? So really, you've got P here, P here. So far, the number of tiles we will need is 4P. Okay, let's jump back to this here. P equals 4 here, right? You've got P equals 4 here. Make an exact copy of it here. So you've got another P here, another P here. So in this case, we have 8 tiles. And then make an exact copy of it here, again and again. So really, it's 4P altogether. We don't include the purple tiles. So really, we need 4P here. 4, 4, 4, 4. And then we would close off the end here, which is always add 5. Look at this case here. You always add 5 here, 5 here, 5 here. So altogether it's 10. Here, add 5 here, add 5 here. It's always 5. But when it comes to the layer, it depends on the number of purple tiles. So it could be really long. Okay, let's look at this here. Let's say this is 1 million purple tiles up here. 1 million of them. Okay. So P here equals 1 million. Let's say 1 M. Well, 1 million. Well, here you would need 1 million, 2 million tiles so far, and then you would need another. So that's 3 million tiles, 4 million tiles, and then you always close it off with 5 tiles here and 5 tiles over here. Okay, so if you start with let's say P for number of purple tiles, then you would need a 1 layer here, 1 layer here. So P here, P here. Okay, we don't include this one because that's the purple tiles. We would need another P here, and then we would need another P here. So altogether, so far would be 4P, and then you close it off here. It's always 5 here because there's always 5 layers. So you've got 5. So plus 5 here, and then plus 5 over here. So look at this now. Elephant, giraffe, giraffe. Single numbers on their own are like one entity. You can merge them together. So W here equals 4P take away plus 10. Okay, so that's our formula. If you go, so our formula is 4P plus 10. Let's go back to original here. 4P. Remember, W here equals 4P plus 10, and it will always work now because if you put 2 into here, 2 into this P here, that would be 4 times 2 would be 8 plus 10, 18. See, if you put 3 into this P here, it would be 12 plus 10, 22. See, if you put 4 into here, 4 times 4 is 16, plus that is 26. See, it still works. Now, the beauty about the formula, once you have a formula, you can jump to something like this when P is really large. Let's say 15 here. So our formula is W equals 4P plus 10. Now put the 15 here into the P. So that would be equals that would be 60 plus 10. Okay, and then then there should be 70 white tiles. Okay, yeah, so there should be 70 tiles. Another way of doing this is let's say another way of doing this is say someone gives you P. This is P here. Okay, you don't need to know this. If you don't understand the following, don't worry about it. If someone gives you this P here, another way of doing this is to well, you start with P. This is our purple, okay? The number of purple tiles. Add 2, okay? Add 2 to the P, and then so this is like a bubble here, and then times 5. Look, so basically, if P is the number of purple tiles, you add 2. That will give you the whole length here, okay? And then times 5, times 5. That will give you the whole square here, okay? And then you take away the middle part, which is where you started, P. So another way of working out is work out the whole square here, and then take away the purple square, the number of purple tiles. Sorry, that will give us a total amount of white tiles. So let's say P here. Let's say someone gives us P. Okay, the number of purple tiles. Add 2, just to get the total. So when you add 2, you get to this here. That will give us a total length, and then we times by 5. So we have to do this bit first. Think about it. P here, and then you add 2 here. That will give us a whole total length. We need to do that first, and then we would times 5. Times 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That will give us a whole rectangle, if you like, and then take away P again. Here's another way of doing it. So this is our new another way of doing it. Is this way here. Look at this. It's quite interesting. This. Yeah. So one way is we said P plus 2 and then times 5. And then take away P. That's one way. Our first way was we start with P and then we make a copy of that 4 times. So another way of doing this would be 4P, and then we would add 10 to close it off. Remember? So we've got 2 ways here. One is this way, and the other way is this way here, where we work out the whole rectangle, and then we take away P, which is this method here. Look at this. These two are actually the same, because if you look at this here, this times this is 5P, and then this times this here would be plus 10, okay? And then this is something separate. Remember, it's like this. This is one part here. So that there is this, and then we take away P. And now look at this here. Same entity here. So you can merge these two together. 5 elephants take away 1 elephant. That would be 4 elephants plus let's say 10 sweets. So you see, this is actually the same as this. So even though we have 2 different formulas, it amounts to the same thing here. This is actually the same as this here. Okay?